Heidi ho modelers, Sean here from Making Models 81. Hope you're all well. This July update, I'm just going to literally just go through the builds that I've been working on. So that's the Matchbox Walrus and the Airfix Petlyakov PE2. So I'll go into those reviews and then we'll look at some purchases. I know, I did say that I wouldn't buy any more, but I couldn't resist, they were a bargain. So yeah, so let's go and have a look at the models so far. Right, okay, so the Matchbox build, community build by Aaron Newlands. This is what I've done so far. So, so let's start with this back wall here first. So that is one piece of styrene, and then I've cut the small strips that I've used for the walls and just laid them all, so it's given this textured feel, which is like the original. So obviously in the last video I had already done the window, and I've just put a frame around that. I've got the details around the sort of the cockpit area, and then the forward gunner, and some ribbing down for the rear gunner as well. I've also added almost like a bulkhead, and they've got holes in because I'll be running cable down the length of the plane like the original did as well. I'll show you the other sprue, lay this one down. So again, I've done exactly the same. This one, you've got the bulkheads, the three there, and then obviously the one that's here will go onto this side as well. Now I've also on the, let's have a look, see if I can pick it up with one hand. So this piece actually fits into where those little holes are. See if I can do it with one hand. Hey. So it just gives you an idea. So that would be the other wall, and this wall will house, where's my finger gone? There it is. This will have the radio equipment on this side with a small table and a chair, and the other side will have another table and a chair, and I'm guessing that is for maybe a navigator to sit and just look at the maps, etc. So basically all I'm going to be working on now is the cockpit. If I put the floor of the cockpit in, just to give you an idea, so the floor of the cockpit will be going there, it's angled, that's where the feet go, and that's where all the pedals will be. So I've got to finish off there. There's like a wall here with holes in that I've got to put in. If we look at this, now this, excuse my fingers, that is the instrument panel that I've scratch built, and trying not to drop it. If we look just to the side slightly, at the bottom, that is a compass, or a representation of a compass, and then obviously you've got the dials for the instrument panel, and that will fit nicely. Can't see now, let's get rid of those bits. So see if I can pick it up. That will go just there. So I want to put wiring in for that, and have the wiring going on the wall. And you know, if there's any trim wheels or any levers, etc., they'll be going on the wall. On this side, not a huge amount. Where this part of the cockpit is, there is like a folded chair which I can just put in there. Maybe some wheels, some levers or something along down here. Maybe an extinguisher if they have them, but nothing else really. So these should take a nice wash when I've primed it. Couple of gaps, so I just need to touch up and fill, like down by the bulkheads. See if I can get a better shot of the bulkheads. It's just tiny little gaps where, I mean, it was a challenge to get the shape of the interior to match, and originally I was going to have these pieces in as one from going from side to side, but when I put them together, I'll show you Let me just see if I can do it. You could see huge gaps, so I had to cut them in order to fill those gaps in. But if we look now, so you can see the ribbing quite nicely. That would be the cockpit. Can you see inside? You can just see the bulkheads. It's a bit blurred and I can't adjust the focus to sort of zoom in unless I use my nose. Whee, it worked. So yeah, so you're going to see a lot of the cockpit details at least. You're not really going to see much of the radio operator, but you know, I'm going to put it in as I've got the time. And then the rear gunner area, so you can see that. And also, this is a piece of styrene which has got like a floor plan, not floor plan. It's almost like a bench in a way. This goes in the front, and when you look down, you can see the actual. Yeah, and that must be where the gunner stood to obviously shoot down the Germans, or whoever they were fighting. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy. It's taken a long time. It's probably taken about 2 weeks worth of just doing bits and pieces during the night. You know, I've tried to continue the ribbon on the roof as well. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. It looked good once it's all primed and it's been painted and then taken a wash. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are with the Matchbox. I will do the pilots because they do have some nice detail. You know, got a scarf on or whatever it is. I'm going to try and see if I can adjust this chap's legs to make him stand up, because he'll go to the back standing up. But he looks quite tall. But we'll see. And that's pretty much it really. On box of bits. I haven't put the wheels together. Wings together. Might put a bit of detail on the wheel wells, not too sure. Yeah, we'll go from there really. So that is the Matchbox Wars. Now, Airfix Petlyakov. This is where we are. So, wings are. In fact, I can probably take that off. Let's do it out. So this is where we are. I have put in the glazing. Where are we? In the nose section, just underneath the cockpit. Just there. I have got some lines to fill in. Sorry, some gaps to fill in. Nothing major. I've had to go down the route of filling the wheel wells because this piece is the alternative. So that sits in the same hole, and then obviously the wheel gubbins sort of come out of these holes. So they don't actually go into the wheel wells, and I think it looked a bit naff, if I'm honest with you. It didn't fit very well either, so we'll scrap that. That's the paint. So that means I will fill the rear well as well. So that will be completely covered. This is my rear gunner, and that still moves if I don't break it. There we are. Where's he on? There he is. So now there is a rear gunner in there, and I don't know if you will be able to see. Let's see if I can change it around. Oh, there he is, look. There he is. So he's in there, and then we've got these two dudes at the front. Now, I've really enjoyed painting these figures. I know there's some of you out there that hate figures. The only thing I don't like is the skin tone. It's too pale. You know, it reminds me of when you were a kid and you just used pink to paint, to draw faces. It's that same. I didn't have any flesh, sort of natural flesh tone. I mean, I know they're Russian pilots, but you know, geez, this is almost on the point of being dead sort of tones. Yeah, this is where we are. I mean, it's gone together okay. Again, some lines here. I've got I can't really see the cockpit the glazing detail on here, so I will have to look at maybe putting some bits of tape like Lenny's done on his previous builds, where he's sort of put the tape on and then put a coat of clear on it and then painted those. I think that would work quite nicely. But yeah, I've got to get rid of these steps and then carry on. But I've built the tail sections, so these just need to go on. Don't know if I'll do it tonight or not. And then just glazed, covered up the glazing on the sides. A piece of glazing's got to go on the top, and then I've obviously got to put the canopy on to get those covered. So this is you know, quite a nice build. Didn't do anything really in terms of the internal section. Didn't, you know, I just left it as is. I mean, it is. I will do a build review when I get it to the point of priming, and then I'll show you the sort of the quality. It's not great, you know. The steering wheel was really chunky and thick, but I just didn't want to change anything. I was just sort of focusing on giving the detail to the pilots. So yeah, but yeah, as I say, I like the painting the pilots. Fiddly, it's, you know, it's a bit of a strain on the old eyes, but they look pretty good, I think. Let me know what you think. As I say, I managed to give them a wash, but yeah, just need to improve on the flesh tone and maybe trying to put in some eye detail. So yeah, so that's that. Yeah, purchases. I know I said I wouldn't buy anything, but I was thinking of entering this into Charlie's World War I group build, and it's a skill level 3 by whatever, which normally means it's over 100 parts, but this is the sprue, everything. I think it's probably because it's fiddly that maybe it's a skill 3, I don't know. A basic kit, but I might give it a go. It's got some rigging on here, so it'd be good to try doing the rigging on here and then do it on the Walrus. See how I go, but yeah, it should be a quick build, should be a fun build. That's the box art. So yeah, I wanted to get a couple of World War I aircraft, so this is the first one. Probably get a biplane and maybe even try and get a tri-wing plane as well. So that's that one, and got this one. Couldn't resist. I've been wanting to get a Hurricane before, and I thought, well, this Sea Hurricane looks good, and to be honest, the kit is fantastic. I've got the two main sprues out here. The wing details, recessed panel lines, no rivets as such, just the panel line, but a few rivet holes. Where are we? A few rivet holes, rivet details. You know, wheels are in one piece, no actual tyre tread, but that's fine by me. Landing struts, etc. on there. But what really impressed me was the texture of the wooded canvas part of the Hurricane, and also the wheel well. I mean, look at this for a wheel well. I mean, this is pretty impressive. Really nice. I mean, that is just going to come up absolutely lovely. And also the interior. I mean, look at this. You know, you haven't got to do anything to that apart from paint it, highlight the details, and give it a wash, and that's going to come up really. And you don't need to do anything more than that with this, because you're not going to see much of the kit. There's no pilot, so I'll have to do it on the ground. That's not the end of the world. But yeah, so again, nice bit of action box art on there. And that's me done for my July update. Thanks for watching, guys. I shall do some build reviews probably in August of the 2 builds, and then if I do enter this into Charlie's group build, just depends on time frame and how long we've got. and then we'll go from there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, bye.